Well, it's week 4. It's the halfway point. We are so excited of all the feedback that you've been giving us along the way. Some incredible things have been happening in your groups, and we're just so encouraged that through your obedience and through your yes, some incredible things and conversations have been happening amongst a lot of people here at Sun Valley, and so way to go. And because of that, a lot of your groups have been kind of hitting rhythm. It seems like every week things are getting easier and easier, the level of conversation is getting deeper, and things just seem better on a weekly basis. And for a lot of people, this might be the first experience in a small group that they've ever had. And so we want to ask you to facilitate a discussion this week with your small group about what your group's next steps might be. For some of you, this might be your first time leading, and you're starting to see that, hey, this is something I enjoy doing, and it seems like we have a good thing going on. We want you to know that we would love for you to consider meeting from now until the end of semester, and maybe even long term as a small group, that the momentum that you've built over the course of this 6-week run and the community that you've built, that we would love to leverage that and build further relationships with the people in your group. Also, some of you may have been asked by a former small group leader or a group that you've been a part of up until this 6-week run, if you would step out for 6 weeks. And maybe leading a group long-term isn't something that you can commit to, but you've got some people that would love to find a great small group home, and maybe it's worth inviting them into the small group that you've been a part of before this. But we would love for your small group to have a conversation this week about what their next steps might be after week 6. Again, some incredible things are happening, and we would love for people to continue to find the benefit of community, because it's in community that people can be, they can be themselves. They can be authentic, they can be real. Again, we can care, share, and support life's biggest moments and the hardest things that we go through. And so talk about that with your group this week. This week, it is time to identify the firm time, place, and location of your upcoming barbecue or hangout. Get that on the calendar. Again, that's not something you necessarily have to own, but it might be hosted at a different location. It might be somebody else in your group that wants to put it together. Somebody might want to provide all the food. It might be something that you pitch in and do it more of a potluck. But identify that place and make sure everybody in your group knows when that is going to be. Well, you guys are just coming off of the We Love Our City event, and many of your groups took part in that. And so this week we're talking about serving, and so a great way to start the conversation on serving is by talking about what happened at the We Love event, what people saw, what they enjoyed, the ways that they were challenged. Maybe some people noticed a gift or a passion inside of them that they've never known were there. And so talk about that, what people saw, what they experienced. Because this week we're talking about serving. And the bottom line for this week is that the church is not a building we go to, but it's a movement that we choose to be a part of to help people meet, know, and follow Jesus. This week, people might have seen their gifting for the first time, and God has created everybody intentionally with a specific set of gifts and passions, and our stories are included in that. And all of those things equate to the purpose that He's given each of us for our entire lives. And so this week, we want to ask that as a leader, through the questions that we've given you, that you help guide a conversation that people can identify some potential serving opportunities for them. There are a lot of them here at Sun Valley. Maybe it's time for them to consider joining a ministry team, whether it's in kids or students, maybe in the Next Steps area, guest services, our security teams, our parking teams. There's a lot of opportunities for people to use their gifts and their passions to fulfill a great purpose that's been put on their life, and we'd love to be part of that. Maybe some of them, they realized that they had an itch for local outreach. And so we would love to get them on a team that helps us in determining and creating local outreach opportunities at a campus level. Or maybe some of them realize that they love serving those in need, and they would love to take that passion and join one of our mission teams and go on a trip in the coming year. Whatever it is, we're asking that through this week and through realizing, again, that the church is not a building that they go to, but it's a movement that they choose to be a part of. And with the gifts and the skills that they have, we want to make sure that those gifts and those skills and those passions don't go untapped. And so in your groups this week, you're going to identify with the people in your group the great places that they could serve here at Sun Valley and in our community. Again, we're so excited for you guys. Some great things are happening. We're so proud of you. We'll see you soon.